In a world obsessed with doing, many forget the most important thing, that is being. You can have titles, you can have money, even have fame. But if you don't know who you truly are, you will always feel empty. You can never outrun yourself. And the greatest tragedy in life is not dying poor, it is dying without knowing who you are. Hello, everyone. My name is Ediya Kwame, and welcome to Ediya Pill. As we dive into the 7 holistic aspects of living, today we are going to dive deep because knowing yourself is the key to unlocking your true potential, making better choices and decisions, and living a fulfilled life. I will give you a 4-week practical challenge that will allow you know yourself. So kindly stay tuned and undistracted. If you don't know who you are, you will live by others' expectation. You will pursue goals that will not fulfill you. You will attract toxic relationship. Worst of all, you will succeed and still feel lost. But when you know who you truly are, when you know yourself, purpose, wealth, and fulfillment becomes your companion. The stakes are high that your future depends on self-awareness. Your money is tied to knowing your unique gifts. Your peace comes from living your true self because your gold is tied to your gifts. Your treasure is tied to your talent, and your profit is tied to your potential. Let's dive into why most people don't know themselves. Most people don't know themselves because the society trained them on what to think, not how to think. From childhood, we were taught to fit in, not to stand out. You were told, go to school, study hard, get a good grade, become a doctor, become a lawyer, become an engineer. But nobody asked, who are you really? The problem loop here is you followed the crowd, right? You wore masks to survive, and you forgot your original design. The reason why most people are stuck in this rat race and why most people don't feel peace eternally is that we are living to do what we are not called to do. You can do what you are not called to do, be successful in it, but that peace, the eternal peace that comes with it, you will not find it. You will still live empty while successful. Fishes don't struggle to swim, and birds don't struggle to fly because we find it as work. But what you are called to do when you know yourself, you don't find it as work. But the greatest fulfillment that comes with life is doing what you love doing and being paid for it. Let me now give you a tactical recommendation known as Ediya's 4 mirrors of self-discovery. These are real-world human steps that allows you to truly know yourself. It is not just fluff. This is practical, battle-tested truth. The first mirror of self-discovery is the mirror of solitude. You have to spend consistent time alone. No phone, no noise, just alone. You have to stay connected to your creator because your true self is divine. Everything on earth increases and multiplies on the basis of relationship and being connected to its source. You remember when God was about to create fishes, he said, let the sea bring forth its fishes. When he was about to create trees, he said, let the land or the earth bring forth its trees. But when he was about to create human being, he said, come, let us make man in our own image and likeness, meaning God is our source. Knowing yourself also means knowing and listening to your intuition, that inner voice that guides you. The intuition is part of our true selves that allows us to receive revelation. It is a voice guiding us towards the truth. It often speaks in subtle ways, but when you learn to trust your intuition, it can be one of the most powerful tools to self-awareness. So ask yourself when you are alone, who am I? What excites or drains me? Sometimes you can take a 2-hour walk just alone with yourself, thinking about yourself, thinking about nature. And you would also have to meditate daily. Yes, this allows you to connect with your true self. It allows you to reflect on yourself. The second mirror is the mirror of passion. Your passion and your purpose are the driving forces behind everything you do. They allow you to know what excites you, what makes you feel alive, and where is your deepest desires. Where are you going? What is the roadmap of your life? And what do you want to live? What activities make you lose track of your time? What problems in this world angers or excites you? Let me give you a real world tip here, right? You need to make a list of things you love, even to do without being paid. Ediya Pill has a video about discovering your purpose, passion, and potential. I will link it up to this video. The third mirror is the mirror of feedback. Yes, sometimes others can see our strength and weakness more clearly than we can. Knowing your strength helps you to focus on areas where you can grow and excel, while understanding your weakness also gives you the opportunity to sometimes seek improvements or work with others who would complement you. So here are the 3 key actions you should take. Ask 3 honest people, right? When do you see me most alive? What is my blind spot? What weakness do you find in me? And you need to accept whatever they tell you and you reflect on it later. You need to embrace your weakness. You accept them as part of you and find a way to improve on them. You don't have to ignore them. You see, while God is all powerful, there are certain things God cannot do. This is not as a limitation of his power or weakness, but because of his perfect nature, right? God cannot lie. God cannot change. He cannot be less than perfect. God cannot be unfaithful. God cannot sin. God cannot deny his own nature. In fact, he is love, he is justice, he is righteousness, and he cannot act against these attributes. God cannot be defeated, and God cannot force love. Even to the detriment of our eternal damnation, he allows us to choose either to be saved or not. That is why he grants free will. So as a creator, when he has these weaknesses, and when you discover your weakness, you don't need to ignore them. You only have to work on them. The fourth mirror here is the mirror of action. Yes, to truly know yourself, you must take action and clarify your values and your beliefs. What principles guides your decision? What principles guides your action? And what principles guides your life choices? What do you stand for? What matters most to you? So you need to list your top values. What values are non-negotiable for you? It can be honesty, it can be freedom, it can be compassion. You have to identify your core beliefs. What do you believe about life? What do you believe about success? What do you believe about relationship, fulfillment, health, salvation, eternal peace? And you would also have to align your actions with your values. You have to make sure your day-to-day decisions reflect on the beliefs that are most important to you. Don't say something and do otherwise. No, you need to act on your beliefs. You need to act on your character. You need to act on your integrity, because actions reveals what theory hides. When you align your life with your values, you create a sense of peace, fulfillment, and you stop living according to other people's expectation or other people's rule, and you start living according to your own truth. If you are a parent or guardian or a mentor, please listen to me very closely. Your role in life is to help your children, younger ones, to discover themselves early in life. Please do not impose your will on them. Do not shatter their dreams. Fishes do not struggle to swim, and birds do not struggle to fly. If you impose your will on them, yes, with diligence, they can achieve what you want them to, but that would not lead them to fulfillment. That will not allow them to fully exploit and discover their potential. If you are a parent, please encourage your words for self-exploration, right? You need to allow them to try different hobbies, subjects, and skills. Sometimes you ask them questions instead of giving them all the necessary answers. You would also have to teach them to think critically, not just to follow societal expectation. When you truly know yourself, you stop chasing money, you chase meaning. Money comes because you are aligned with value. Money is a tool for the fulfillment of your purpose, right? Money shouldn't be your life goal. In fact, achieving your purpose on earth is your ultimate assignment on earth. And peace floods your soul because you are not just pretending, but you are living purpose. Self-awareness is the GPS to a life of meaning, wealth, and fulfillment. Let me now give you the 4-week practical challenge that I promised to give you at the beginning of the video. The first week, you need to journal daily. So you write down what makes you feel alive. The second week, you need to interview 3 people who are closely related to you for honest feedback. The third week, you need to take one action based on your passion. It could be small projects. It could be taking a new course. It could be learning a new skill. It could be helping other people. It could be impacting life. And the 4th week, you need to reflect, you need to refine, and you need to repeat, because what doesn't get measured does not get improved. Small wins to expect after taking on this challenge. You would have increased clarity, new aligned opportunities, and a stronger self-confidence. The greatest journey you would ever take in life is the journey of self-discovery. This leads to authenticity. It leads to inner peace and a clear sense of purpose. It fosters emotional resilience. It improves relationships, and it frees you from societal expectations and pressures. Ultimately, it aligns you through your true essence. It brings lasting happiness and meaning to your life. The journey to self-discovery is an ongoing process, right? And each step you take would move you closer to living a life full of purpose, a life full of passion, a life full of fulfillment. You need to take time to understand yourself. Take time to understand your emotions. Take time to understand your strength and your weakness. And you need to align your life accordingly. The moment you truly understand yourself, everything around your life changes. Yes, it is true. The greatest tragedy in life, as I said, It is not dying poor. It is dying unknown to yourself. You have everything you need to succeed already inside you. So what is preventing you from living a life of impact? What is preventing you from living a life of purpose? Start the inner work today. Subscribe to Ediya Pill and share with someone who is lost in the world of noise. And remember, knowing yourself is a real superpower. As usual, I am Ediya Francis Kwame, and this is Ediya Pill, where we don't just grow, we transform and live fulfilled life. Embrace the holistic journey and let's build a life and future of purpose and lasting impact. And please don't forget, Ediya Pill, your dosage to holistic living. Thank you very much.